Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. The NBA Finals are here and we are in episode 16 of the Los Angeles Lakers Road to the NBA Finals series. So this will be game 1 of the NBA Finals between the classic NBA Finals rivalry between the Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to do a 7-game series because this is a really important rivalry in the NBA. It's really popular, and both teams do not like each other in this one. I mean, they've played in the NBA Finals for against each other since the 50s, and it was more of a 60s thing. And then it came back like 20 years later in the 80s, and then there was after the 80s. It happened twice in 08 and 10, the Lakers winning in 2010 and the Celtics winning in 08. So we'll see you guys at tip-off in Los Angeles, California. Here we are in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. So this is a memorable, important game of the NBA postseason, the most important series in the NBA postseason. And the Lakers, they do have an home and court advantage to win it all. So the Celtics win this tip-off. Kemba Walker losing the basketball. Andre Drummond with the first points of the NBA Finals makes that dunk happen. He's had 7.7 points per game, 96% in field goals, and 1.2 assists per game throughout the playoffs. So the Celtics drill a three, and it was Kemba Walker who made that three. So Anthony Davis, he's going to drill a three for the first Lakers three-pointer. And it's now going to be 5-3. So Patrick Williams, he's going to pass it off to Kemba Walker. And Kemba Walker's going to pass it off to Jason Tatum. And then there is a backcourt violation. Passes it to Kemba Walker, but his foot steps over the white line. So that's going to be a backcourt. So the Los Angeles Lakers now have possession. LeBron James, the Akron, Ohio native, scores his first 2 points of the finals. So Kemba Walker passing it off to Jason Tatum. And there's a block, and it's out of bounds. So the Boston Celtics have possession of the basketball. So check out that awesome block by Andre Drummond. It just happened now. So Robert Williams, he's going to pass this off to Jason Tatum, and the ball is knocked out. LeBron James, he's going to make that Air Jordan dunk as possible, and he makes it in. So Lakers are taking this 9-3 lead pretty seriously here. They want to win their 18th NBA Finals championship. As you guys remember, they won their 17th NBA Finals last October against the Miami Heat in the Orlando bubble. So there's something interesting to see here. They are actually tied up with the Celtics. They have both Boston and LA have won 17 NBA Finals in all. So they have 17 banners on top of their ceiling. The Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers have 17 as well. So LeBron James gets fouled. There is on Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, he's going to watch LeBron James actually get that free throw in. And will he get that second one in? The answer is yes, sirree. It's now 13-9. Kemba Walker passing it off to Marcus Smart. LeBron James making that steal happen. And he's going to drill a three. This is the 13th time that the Celtics and Lakers have met in the finals. So I think their first one was back in 1959, to my understanding. And it's kind of funny because that was, I think, the only finals that was actually played in Minneapolis, because the Los Angeles Lakers were not always in California. They were in Minnesota for quite some time, way before the T-Wolves played. And Kemba Walker drills a three, so it's now 18-12. So I'm going to pass it off to LeBron James. And LeBron James is going to dunk that in, and we're going to take a break. Alright, the first quarter is almost over here in Los Angeles, California. So the Lakers are leading this by 5. So LeBron James, he's going to get this one in there for 2 points. So it's now 27-20. Jason Tatum passing it off to Kemba and then to Jaylen Brown. Kemba Walker will actually pick up that assist. So it's now 27-23. So Anthony Davis, he's going to shoot a 3 to end the first. And it's now going to be 30-23. All right, now we're ready to have possession. This is the second quarter, and we're leading this by 6 points. I decided to skip the first 23 seconds because just to save on camera time, I want to film like most of the game, not all of it. But Anthony Davis, 17 points. He's leading the team right now. So Anthony Davis, he is a one-man show. So Anthony Davis gets that drive in. So it's now 19 points for AD from mid-range. So Davis, he's a pretty talented player. He did really good with the finals. I mean, he has that championship mentality like most people say they do. And that back in 2019, the Pelicans traded Anthony Davis to the Lakers to rebuild that team. And they traded away Lonzo Ball, who's now with the Chicago Bulls. They traded Brandon Ingram, who is still with the Pelicans, so they could get Anthony Davis. And first year, they win the championship. So that's something interesting to see. Montrezl Harrell, the former Los Angeles Clippers player, has possession of the basketball. So he's going to get that layup in there. So it's now 40-30. So we're 94% in field goals while the Celtics are at 92, 11 for 12. So both teams have missed at least one field goal. So Kemba Walker passing it off to Evan Fournier, who is from France. And he spent most of his career with the Orlando Magic. Now he's with the New York Knicks. He signed with them this offseason. So the Knicks are trying to rebuild. They had Julius Randle, who led the team in points per game, assists per game last season. So, I mean, they traded Derrick Rose in February. So, I mean, they did make the playoffs for the first time since 2013 when Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith were on the team. And Montrezl Harrell's going to pass it off to KCP. Marc Gasol dunks that in. So he just got traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, where he started his NBA career not too long ago. And I think sometime this week he got traded. Maybe it was last week. So today is Tuesday, September 14th. So it might have been Sunday when I saw that notification. So Robert Williams passing it off to Evan Fournier. So he can ace the court at any point of the game. The Celtics are a good passing team. So Marcus Smart gets that in there for 3. So it's now 44-36. Talen Horton-Tucker now has possession of the basketball. So Talen Horton-Tucker, he's going to get this in for 2 points. All right, Marcus Smart has possession of the basketball. And it looks like he's trying to figure if he wants to shoot it from behind the arc or will he shoot it inside the arc. So Jaylen Brown gets a 3-pointer, so it's now 46-39. So LeBron James losing that basketball. Marcus Smart, he's going to pass it to Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown dunks that in. And I think Smart will pick up that assist there. So Anthony Davis jumps from behind the arc. So he gets that 3-pointer in. 16 seconds to go in the first half. Tatum losing the basketball. So Gasol, he's going to pass it off to Anthony Davis. So Davis gets this in for 2. And it's now 51-41. So we'll see you guys in the second half. All right, Anthony Davis, 26 points, 4 for 4 from the three-pointers. So LeBron James is going to dunk that in there. So it's now 53-43. So this is a great beginning of the second half here in LA. So Kemba Walker rocketing green, passing it off to Robert Williams, and Jason Tatum dunks that in. And it's now going to be 53 to 45. So LeBron James, he's going to lose the basketball. And it looks like Jason Tatum has recovered the basketball. So he's going to pass it off to Marcus Smart. So Marcus Smart passing it off to Jaylen Brown. Smart will actually pick up that assist. So that's going to be a 5-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. So now LeBron James gets that in for 2 points in the paint. 19 points for LeBron James, 10 of which were in the paint. So LeBron James makes it steal. He is going to make that dunk. And it's now 57 to 48. So Kemba Walker losing the ball again. LeBron James, there is another foul. It's on Kemba Walker. So LeBron James, he gets to go to the free throw line. He has 22 points today so far. And LeBron James will get that in there. So it's now 59-48. The Lakers, they're off to a red hot start. I mean, they were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference this playoff. So they knocked out the Golden State Warriors 4-1. They knocked out the Phoenix Suns 4-1, and we knocked out the Denver Nuggets 4-1. So that's something interesting to see there. The Lakers are going to take a timeout, so we're going to take a short break. All right, 6 for 6 in field goals for the LA Lakers in this second half, while Boston is 5 for 5. LeBron James making that layup in the paint there, so it's now 67 to 55. 27 points for him today, 11 for 11 in field goals. So Jason Tatum, he has possession of the basketball. He's going to pass it off to Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown looks like he's going to pass it off to Jason Tatum, and then Jason Tatum passing it off to Brown, then to Tatum, and then to Kemba Walker gets that in there. So it's now 67 to 57. So Kemba Walker, he's been doing really well in this game. 5 for 5 for 3-point lines. 22 points today for Kemba Walker. And I believe he might be the leading scorer for this Boston Celtics team. So LeBron James, nearly 30 points. He misses that second free throw opportunity. So now Jason Tatum passing it off to Tristan Thompson, then to Jabari Parker. And then he's going to pass it off to Tristan Thompson. Then he's going to pass it to Fournier. Then to Tatum. Then to Thompson. Gets that in there. So it's now 68 to 59. And now LeBron James trying to figure out if he's going to dunk that in there. The answer will be a yes, sirree. And Jason Tatum has possession of the basketball. So Tatum losing the basketball. And Tatum passing it off to Thompson. So Klay Thompson drilling that in there. So it's now going to be 72. So Jabari Parker gets fouled there. And LeBron James, he's going to go to the free throw line. And we'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. Alright, now, beginning of the fourth quarter, Jabari Parker passing this off to Tristan Thompson. And Kuzma making that steal. And Kyle Kuzma is going to pass this off to LeBron James. And LeBron James with that three from behind the arc. That is some smooth move right here. Marcus Smart passing it off to Tristan Thompson. Dunking it out like his former teammate LeBron James when they both played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Alright, now we have possession of the basketball. So we got some Anthony Davis. We're actually going to shoot a three from behind the arc there. So it's now going to be 79 to 67 lead. But the Celtics, this is kind of funny to see. They had 6 more threes than the Los Angeles Lakers. And we're leading this by 14 points. I mean, we've made all those great steals and all them great dunks, but it's mainly the magic of Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum that make it so special. So we're actually going to take a break here. All right, so it's now 92 to 83. So Anthony Davis, he's going to pass this off to Markieff Morris. So Markieff Morris shoots a three from behind the arc. So it's now going to be 95 to 83. All right, so it's now 95 to 85. So Anthony Davis, he's going to dribble his way out, and we will see you guys at statistics. So the LA Lakers win game 1, 95 to 85. All right, Anthony Davis, 42 points, 5 steals, and 3 dunks on the day. LeBron James, 36 points, 3 assists, 4 steals on the day with 6 dunks. And that wraps it up. We'll see you guys in the next episode.